Good afternoon, guys. I just wanted to do a little quick video on some of the keystone from Dow Tile. As you can see, these are kind of like mosaics on porcelain tile, but it's all it's got the almost like a mesh on the back. This is a pretty typical type of commercial that we do a lot of this stuff on bathrooms in the commercial space. And the purpose of my video is to educate and just bring awareness of the importance of the tile, the installation. Obviously floors need to be flat, they need to be level. For this stuff to for any type of tile, whatever we're doing, prep is the key for success. One of the things I noticed, and which is kind of typical, this is expected especially on the mosaic tiles. Some of these are not completely straight, okay, and there's some that you're going to see more gaps, the space being a little bigger, smaller, and that's just kind of it's typical with this tile. One of the biggest things for us here that we noticed that our experience doing the installation, how these are all 12 by 24s. It is critical that we install all these the same. That way, if you start mixing them, because these can kind of slightly look off, but the purpose of running them all the same way, instead of flipping them across like this, sometimes the way the pattern is, or the way they're laid out, or the way they're manufactured, or how they glue these together, they're glued in a certain way, and by keeping that all the same, you have a better chance of don't having a better chance of not coming across any offset corners. One of the projects we did is what we learned is that we noticed it right away, especially in big open areas. If you cross them like this, one going that way and this one going like this, it'll start kind of falling behind. Some of the corners will stick out more. That's why it's critical, important that we run these all the same direction. From the center, of course, working your way up the walls. You want to keep everything the same. You want to use a proper trowel for this. Again, you don't need too much. You don't need as much thin set for this stuff, because if you use a lot of thin set, all that stuff is going to ooze up through the little joints, and then it's going to be an issue down the road. That's one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we understand. The importance of keeping them all the same. Of course, you're gonna have to kind of work with those as well. As you can see, some of the tiles are a little behind, so just just be aware of that. And obviously, the importance of using when you use your trowel, your thin set trowel, you always have to kind of tap these, because it's not going to take too much, so you want to make sure you tap these really good, okay, when you glue it, instead of just laying it down. Obviously, after you lay it down, you want to make sure that they get all the you get them like this, so you can get the transfer on the back of the material. It's critical. I can't express the importance of having that. So that's the whole purpose of this little video. Again, guys, we got to make sure that we keep our corners together in all the rows. However you get it started, that's how you want to continue the whole installation. For this particular project that we're doing, I think we're doing up the walls too. all the way to the ceiling. So that's also critical and important, very important on that. Okay. All right. Hope this video is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.